AP Seminar is a class where the kids get to study a problem of their choice, and they have to break it apart into the most relevant pieces. We call those lenses. So environmental, political, cultural, social, economic, scientific, all of these different pieces will exist in a problem, and they have to find credible evidence for each one of the relevant lenses, and then research possible solutions to those problems. So the whole process is like an exploration into a topic, and the kids get a lot of choice, a lot of freedom, but they have to go like to the end of the topic. So I think it's what learning is supposed to be. Kids are supposed to explore something and have their own curiosity drive them, their own questioning process drive them. And so AP Seminar gives them the chance to go do that at a pretty high level.
You know, it's a great opportunity to be in a situation where you can explore something that you're interested in doing. AP Seminar is a stepping stone to AP Research, which is the second class in the capstone program. And in that second class, that whole entire class, the research class, is based on something that the student chooses to do. And with AP Seminar, they get to kind of survey different topics that they're interested in. But I would say just the fact that you have choice in that, and I feel very strongly that it helps them increase their writing skills and research skills, which are hugely important for all the classes that they take here and obviously beyond high school.
Kids who leave seminar and especially then go on to research and do an even larger, project and presentation, leave it knowing that what they did had value for them, which I don't think they can say in every class all the time.
The type of students that should take it are the kids who just have curiosity and then have some kind of drive. If you want to learn about something, that you'll pursue that topic to the end. If the kid is into that, they're the one for the class. Yeah.
The reason I chose AP Seminar was because I had never been really confident in my research ability and being able to tie in multiple sources into one IR page, and this class has really helped me to be able to learn that ability.
I chose it because I wanted a challenge for myself when I was presenting, because previously I hadn't done very good presenting and I wanted to get more confident with that. And I think it's been a really good experience. I actually really love the class, and we have a lot of more freedom than we would in a normal class.
I chose AP Seminar because I wanted more of a challenge in my English class, because I was taking pre-AP English and I thought that was pretty easy, so I wanted to try something harder.
I'd say this class is as I'm taking 2 other AP classes, this class is like the easiest, you could say, in the fact that you're still putting a lot into it, but like the final is it's not like information based, it's more like skills. You get to develop those skills in the course, and I don't know if it's just the teacher or the course in general, but there's a lot of practice, and you're practicing for exactly what's going to be on the final. So
many times when somebody gives a presentation, they're being graded on their performance of how they can get that out, but there's so much more to it. Because what are you explaining? What are you talking about? Right. So there's a separate row for, what you're actually making an argument for. And then there's a separate row for the presentation skills, and there's a separate row for slide design. And then there's an oral defense part of it where they get asked a question and they have to be able to provide some details about some things. And I think breaking it up that way, so even if they don't do fantastic, they're not great speakers, it's only 1/5 of the score. Yeah.
An IRR is basically an individual research report. Basically, we're writing about a certain topic that we chose. Now, we have to add a certain amount of words, have a certain amount, a certain punctuation style or something like that. But overall, the idea is we're trying to explain a certain lens. And I think overall, it just helps you write and just formulate your ideas for your next thing, which is a team multimedia presentation.
So, with all things considered, Housing First is the best solution to combat homelessness in America. Their permanent housing units provide the guaranteed security of a home at a much lower price than other housing services. Thank you for listening to our presentation.
What is a way that your solution makes you think differently about your own research?
Our solution of implementing permanent housing to the homeless population makes me think differently on my own personal research, because I've found through my ethical lens research that the homeless population has very high suicide rates, and their like overall higher percentage of depression is present in the homeless population. So by providing them a sense of security in their own home, they have the opportunity to feel more included in society, and they have the opportunity to actually like go about life as a regular person and not feel excluded.
I thought that your PowerPoint was extremely well structured. It was really easy to follow, especially the data. All of your charts were super simple and easy to understand, even if you've never seen the formula.
I feel like an expert now because like you put so much information on it, and like it just was so informative and it looked so nice, like Sam said, and you guys you did it so well. Good job.
I loved how confident you all seemed, and even if you guys stumbled over your words a little, you recovered exceptionally well.
Yeah, so this is a very complex topic, and you could have gone in so many directions, but you were able to find the pieces of information that mattered the most about each stage of the process, the problem, and then both of the solutions. And you picked the pieces that were the most significant to this issue. And what that does is it reflects your insight into the topic, and and also your choices and your decision making in the whole process. So nice work. Let's give it one more round.
I would recommend this class because it is a major learning opportunity. One of the things that I wasn't really confident in was presenting and like going up there and speaking. So being in this class has really helped me learn that and kind of find that confidence. And it's just a major life skill, you know what I mean? To be able to present, to be able to talk, to be able to really think on your toes as well is something that I've learned from this class.
Public speaking and becoming much more comfortable by talking to a crowd, as well as time management, because this class is very strict on the way that you need to be very strict with deadlines, because if you don't meet that deadline, then you just fall behind. Another one is just cooperation and working with the group, because we've done like one in the beginning of the year, the mock TMP, and then this TMP, which is basically just working with groups, and just in an academic way, just finding credible sources as well.
I actually do love teaching this class. The main thing with me is I have a background in science as well as English, and this is totally in my wheelhouse. And I really think kids need to understand that the world is multidisciplinary, and that English and science and math and all the above, it doesn't actually exist in a vacuum. So that's why I love this class. As kids are encouraged to kind of study what they love and what they're interested in, and eventually they kind of make connections to everything else. And that's why I love it.
They're not just learning to solve a problem, which itself involves independent research, right? And all of these other kinds of skills, right? But then they are thinking critically about the best way to deliver that, their presentation for that issue. So it means they're incorporating all of these sort of meta strategies in it, right? Like the logical structure of the argument, right? What's the most compelling way to present their case, right? And then they're starting to look at those slides, and then they're kind of like, does this do that? Et cetera. And they're thinking about visual evidence, right? And all those kind of things. And when you hear kids do that, right, and you're watching them collaborate with each other and kind of like challenge each other and help each other, and you've seen them build this presentation where they're going to get up and talk about this stuff out loud, you have a moment where you're like, that's learning.
The AP seminar is just a class that I know I'm going to take with me.